Baba is the one who is bestower. So I receive from Baba. I receive love. And I share the vibrations of love to all the souls. I receive peace from Baba. And I share peace with everyone. I receive God's love, God's light. And share God's light with everyone. Receive love from Almighty God. I share the power with other souls. I receive blessings from Baba. And shower blessings with all the souls. And now we take drishti from Baba and fill ourselves and share. Om Shanti. One of the beautiful quality in the universe is of bestowing, of giving. If you look at every element of the nature, we look at sun constantly shines and bestows heat to the world, light to the world, anything, air gives us life, we can breathe, important for plants, fire, earth, sky, sun, moon, stars, everything in the nature, plants, all kinds of grains, vegetables, what we get through our vegetation. So quality of bestowing, quality of giving, and they don't have like giving as giving, but they are the beings like sun shines, right? Sun doesn't say I give the light, I give heat, right? There's no this feeling of I'm giving, right? They are that image which bestows. Same when we look at our creator, God, Baba, constantly showers, bestows. One time, Mama in her Murli said, why we praise God? If He wouldn't have given us something, we wouldn't praise Him. Whatever we are praising Him for, He gave us that. He bestowed. He did for us. No, it's Baba doesn't have to make effort to bestow. He's a bestower. Bestower of peace, bestower of love, of knowledge, because that's what He is, right? He's knowledgeful, so He gives knowledge. He's merciful, so He gives mercy. And actually, we all had that nature of bestowing, all of us. Why we are called Devta. Now we worship elements and call them Devta. Devta means one who gives. Dev, Deta hai, one who gives constantly. So we are becoming deities. In golden age, we were deities. And there was constant sharing. Baba said there was no selling and buying, no markets, but we exchange amongst ourselves. We live with that harmony, sharing every resource. Now we are at confluence age and we have become bestowers now. We look at the life of Brahma Baba. Shiv Baba came in his body, and Baba is jokingly saying he just became the master. He says, oh, he doesn't pay me rent. Yes, must be. The rent could be my high status. So generosity was Brahma Baba's nature. Of course, in Lokik world, he did lot of charity, not donation, charity. And there are two words, dan and punya. Dan is like contribution, donations, and charity is higher act. So all the wealth which Baba had, he said, oh, let me use it for service, charitable. What is charitable is like all the buildings use it for creating one for children, one for mothers, one for families, all the buildings he had. It's not Shiv Baba asked him, but the quality of Shiv Baba being bestower. Brahma Baba adopted that quality and he used everything for service, for charity, where learning, for spirituality, learning for liberation in life, whatever we call it, start happening. That means they were able to live together and do service. So Baba's generosity, Brahma Baba's generosity. Now there is other aspect which is connected with Mama's life. Mama didn't had anything materially, but he understood knowledge as wisdom. Baba gave her the urn of knowledge, gave her the title of Mama. She became bestower. She became bestower of knowledge, of love, of, you know. She served the yajna so many years. But there is one way to give as give, okay, whatever, like body and wealth. I find that one way also is to share blessings in such a way that others are able to also bestow. Because many places, many centers open, so we always try to help them. But a time comes, I always say, that it's not I don't want to give, but why don't you just see how the resources can come to you? It's not they ask, but we are same yagya, so wherever, whatever is needed. But also I feel one of the way everyone should grow, one should be able to be self-sufficient in life, right? For whatever task you are responsible for. So when they come up with project, I said, well, you try, whatever you will not be able to manage, I will help. And then if that instrument really is very sincere, says, and luckily you will find she's able to manage without taking anything. And I said, that's what I wanted to give you is a blessing that from now you won't need to ask. You won't need to take. You will yourself become instrument for automatically resource will come to you and you will be able to manage whatever task you have to do. It's a very subtle way of blessing someone. I always tell everyone it's not I don't want to give, but why don't you try? Mhm. I remember that when big center had to be open in Delhi, and Baba said, anyone who will become instrument, Baba will pay half rent. So some or other, I was there with a big team. We were able to get it. So Baba Brijman Bhai came and he brought. At that time was not that much money as we talk now of billions or millions. Those days was like 50,000 or something. He brought the check and I deposited, but inside I just thought I'm not going to use that. I will, we will take care. We are big family here. And then on the other side, Baba said, you cannot ask anyone money. So I had a meeting and I said, look, this is the rent and this is what our, proposed budget will be. And people also trusted instrument because what else we had to do. What we ate then, what we clothes we wear, everything is same for 60 years. So it's not that we spend on ourselves, never. So it's also bestowing could also be not materially providing, but spiritually creating the omens on those souls or centers where they can be not only self-sufficient, but for me, if I got the help I like to help because I got help, right? So I help other ones also to start service or to take care of service. So this sanskar of giving within Brahmin life is coming to us from Baba and also from what we're receiving from the nature. For me, I really, really love any opportunity I get to give. And though I know in this giving there is so much abundance, it's not only will bring abundance to where they get it, but also they will be able to then extend their help. That's where the expansion happens, is through our generosity, through our charity, through our inheriting the quality of God and nature from whom we are receiving so much. So we also become bestower. Now, this is just not about wealth or physical resources, but it's also spiritually bestower. That how, if there is any kind of very subtle upheaval or disturbance, if I remain peaceful, keep sharing the vibrations of peace, and that vibration of peace can dissolve the conflict, reduce it. And then the words which are said can create harmony. So we are growing with the capacity to bestow peace, love, happiness. We can also bestow, just be that, be example. If you had been very stable all the time or cheerful. So there are many, many who can receive, can learn. I always look at Brahma Baba and I reminded of so many things he bestowed. And there were some around, they never appreciated that what they were receiving. So receiving has to be appreciated. For me, I immediately know how much this one or nature, how much I am receiving. But if we don't appreciate receiving, we won't know how even to give. First, I have to keep appreciating, oh God, how much I'm getting. Of course, it's my fortune, but those who are sharing with me their love, their peace, their knowledge. So, appreciation of receiving. And when you appreciate, you feel like giving also. When I appreciate someone's love, oh, you love me so much that I also share love. No? So, life really is receiving, but appreciating and then becoming, bestower. So, this whole, the quality of being bestower is really whole universe, very, very beautiful principle of giving. If you look at a plant, it's really full of a tree full of fruits. Right? So we cut the fruits, we use them, but then same seeds of the same fruits we sow, right? Anywhere there are seeds which are thrown, you will find that crops start coming, right? It's such a beautiful way how we appreciate nature, which provides us everything. What we would do without air and water. So it's all bestowing, it's all receiving from us. Mhm. That is why we also think of how we can uh, bestow to the nature our positive thoughts, pure thoughts, not creating more pollution of any kind, physically or subtly. So at this time, as a Brahmin, as we becoming deities, our quality of bestowing is increasing all the time. You just want to give. And that's really deep within appreciation of taking. Otherwise, from where giving capacity will come, because I'm receiving, I'm giving. And that's why when yesterday this word sanath was there, that orphans, because they're not able to get love, they didn't get that belonging. But those who are sanath, they know what it's to belong to parents, sustenance from them. They take care of our education. So sanath, no? So we have both qualities. We are sanath, but we are also bestower. So this deity sanskar is emerging in us. We do unlimited, but we don't count, because when you count, it's limited, right? A time comes you really stop counting how much I do. But there is constantly thought, what can I do? What can I do? What more can I do? Not thought, but in practical life also, through mind and through body, through whatever resources we have. More we bestow, more we receive, and internally we feel belonging to such a big family. You know, Baba says in golden age, every evening you all will meet and, have something cultural, some sharings, right? So some days we feel we are already in golden age, right? We meet as a big family every evening and share love, share peace, share some kind of angelic moments. So we are very, very thankful that we are children of bestower, and we are also now becoming bestowers of love, of peace, everything. Om Shanti.
Mr. Gayatri will be with us to guide us for tomorrow's homework.
Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. And so I'm sure you enjoyed today's Murli, and some of you have been saying how the check and change chart has been helping you to understand the Murli better. And some of you have been saying that you would have preferred it the next day because you don't like to hear the Murli the day before. And so I don't know how we can help all of you, but I'm sure Baba is helping you in whatever way he can to connect you to the check and change chart. And so I hope that, there is benefit taken by all. And so today's Murli was extremely insightful for me. And I kept thinking of this point near Sankalp, And I remember that Daddy Janki used to say to me, don't think, don't think, don't think. And now I understand what she meant when she said that to me. And so, a lot of memories emerge from the depth of these Murlis in terms of our own relationships with the senior and with Baba, and also with ourselves. So today, the featured experience is a very beautiful one. Again, looking at the process of what a soul goes through, and how the soul, taking help particularly from Sister Mohini, is able to deal with things and the major shifts that take place, and they are able to transcend the limitations of their own weaknesses. So today's experience is Om Shanti. A few nights ago, I was awakened by a slight anxiety. My immediate reflex was to take Baba's hand and not worry. So her immediate reaction to this anxiety was to take Baba's hand and not worry. I'm protected and being guided, and that everything will be fine. But I realized that if I had this anguish, it was simply because I had taken sorrow, and that created the threat of a future situation. So the anxiety was connected to something in the future, which I was avoiding and did not want to happen at all. Then I thought about the chart, and while meditating, I saw that I was not staying in the present, but I was in the future. And this was causing some anxiety. I realized that I was not being Trikaldarshi. I understood that taking sorrow is a strong sanskara that I have. In addition, I'm part of a group of souls who record our evening sessions with Didi, that's Sister Mohini. On that night, we had a brief meeting with her, Didi, and she gave us the title of Donors of Happiness, Sukh Dev and Sukh Devi. Then I thought to myself, how can I give such happiness if I am taking sorrow? So I understood that it was because I was not in the present. By being in the present, having faith in Baba and in drama, everything will be wonderful, and the future will be as well. I can feel the golden age coming very strongly, and that alone gives me enthusiasm. I then accepted that particular sanskara of mine. I thanked it and gave it love and in order to be free of it. Being in the present moment allows me to be in soul consciousness, in remembrance, and Trikaldarshi. It gives me even more faith in Baba and Rama. Following this realization, a deep peace settled in I, the soul, thus allowing me to see clearly. Thanks to my faith and Baba's remembrance, Baba protects me strongly, showing me that everything is beautiful and that nothing should worry me. Detached and loving, that is what the present brings to me, with discernment and good wishes for all. The present is wonderful. The future will be so for sure. Thank you, Didi Mohini and Avyakti Parivar. This achievement allows me to fly. Om Shanti. Marina from Montreal. What I found striking in Marina's experience was she was grappling with her anxiety of the future. She recognized that she had this sanskara of getting anxious. But when Sister Mohini told her she was a deity of happiness, that bestower of happiness, there was a shift that occurred in her. And I thought, oh my, if she can get such a profound faith in herself with that shift, just from what Sister Mohini said to her, how amazing would it be if we were to have those same shifts when we listen to Baba's Murli every day? Then we would change very, very quickly, because that shift would have occurred. So thank you, Marina, again. So in preparation for tomorrow's Murli, which is Thursday, day 17, December 10th, the title, I mean, there are many titles you could choose from, but the one I chose was Bestower of Peace. The elevated sanskara is to be a great donor. And the awareness that Baba spoke about is that at this time, everyone in the world says that there should be peace in the world. The poor, helpless people don't know what peace is. Only the Father, who is the ocean of knowledge and the ocean of peace, can establish peace. There is just peace in the incorporeal world, and there's also peace in the golden aged new world, when there was just one religion. So that's the awareness. We're going to be looking at our three cooperative companions. The awareness that Baba says everyone is asking for peace, but there could only be peace in the incorporeal world when there's also a peace in the golden aged world. So what is this peace that we're going to connect them to will be dependent on the peace where we are connecting our minds, intellect, and sanskaras to. So for the mind, the checkpoint is, how can you make your thoughts peaceful? Now, I won't go through the change and read it to you, because maybe that would be something you can read for yourself and discover, and it would save time. But I'll just give you one line that is important for you to look at in order to make your thoughts peaceful. And Baba was saying that your thoughts have to be very good. And you have to make efforts to put an end to your wasteful thoughts. And for that, he's calling on the values or the virtues of obedience, being faithful, being worthy, and such children are loved by God. The intellect, what you're going to check in the intellect is peace connected to a Sato Pradhan and divine intellect. So is your intellect becoming divine and Sato Pradhan? And so then Baba went through, in the change point, he is describing to us how the soul goes through these stages of Sato, Raju, Tamo, etc. And what he says is that we now have to become Sato Pradhan. And in order to do that, what is missing is that power of yoga. And so in order to bring about the Sato Pradhan intellect, which will then help people to find the path to peace, which is liberation, I have to pay attention. The intellect has to have that power of yoga. And then the sanskara, which is the checkpoint for the sanskara, is all about being a great donor soul. And then the change point, which is what is it I have to recognize in my sanskaras in order to be a great donor soul, is Baba saying the sanskaras of a generous heart. And so to be a donor soul, I have to have a generous heart, and I have to keep donating these jewels of knowledge, recognizing that the more I donate, it's the jewels won't diminish, actually. It's the more they will multiply. And to also recognize that each jewel is as valuable as diamonds. They are invaluable. And so he was saying to also remember the purpose of being a great donor is to serve Bharat and the world in general with our sanskaras of purity, peace, and happiness. So it's all connected to peace tomorrow. And that peace is foundational to getting the majority of our brothers and sisters in the world into their state of liberation. And that is taking them back home. And so for that, we have to have these certain elevated sanskaras of being that great donor, the donor of peace. So good luck with tomorrow's Murli. Read it many times, study it, but most of all, practice it. And your three cooperative companions will surely enable you to have a very peaceful day tomorrow. Om Shanti.
और असल प्योर है और सन ऑफ सुप्रीम को बाप। तो इसी तरह से याद में रहने से फिर हमारा एक्शंस भी प्योर रहेगा कि आई एम प्योर सोल नॉट इम्प्योर। तो ये ख्याल रहने से हमारी एक्शंस में संभलेंगे जल्दी, कोई रॉन्ग एक्शंस नहीं होगा। और जो भी देखते हैं तो ये भी तो सोल है, ये भी तो फर्स्ट प्योर है। लेकिन
Om Shanti, welcome to our Vikti journey. So our dear Mama, it's Mama's Day, Wednesday, lovingly prepare a sweet pork dish. But today, we have something different dish to show you. Let's see what it is. are we ready to make aloo paratha? So we had enough sweet book dish, right? So Baba said, okay, can you bring some salty also? So we thought that let's do something salty. So of course, with the salty, we had to make one sweet item as well. So we know many now, right? So you can choose one of that from the past recipes, one sweet item together with this. We will have this aloo paratha as a salty item. So try this out. You have to take the potato. If you choose a red skin potato, it's much better. So get the red skin potato if possible, otherwise any potato is okay. But you boil it and then you peel it and then mash it and then you mix all this. So thank you very much, Avyakti team, for bringing such a interesting recipe, right? So aloo paratha. Thank you. And now let's get our suman for tomorrow.
अपने अपने भाषा में चिल्ला रही है, शांति दो, सुने दो, दिल का प्यार दो, सुख की किरणा दिखाओ। तो बाप कैसे देंगे? आप बच्चों द्वारा ही देंगे ना। बाप की आप सभी राइट हैंड हो, तो अभी बाप राइट हैंड्स द्वारा आत्माओं को सुख शांति का अंजलि तो दिलाएंगे ना। विचारों को अंजलि भी नहीं देंगे। कितने तरफे अभी सभी हद तक की बातों से ऊंचे हो जाओ। हद तक की बातों में, हद तक के संस्कारों में समय नहीं गवा।
Let's all fly beyond all the limited matters and all our limited sanskars and practice that as the Master Bestower, I, the soul, am giving deep experience of peace and happiness to all my brothers.
So let's be merged in Baba's love.
Om Shanti. Everyone stay well, stay happy, stay healthy. Om Shanti and good night, everyone.